And we're live. And we're live. It looks like we're live. Look at that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Home Built Workshop. Welcome to Wednesday Live. How's everybody doing this fine Wednesday? I didn't have technical difficulties this morning. I thought I was going to, but everything just went smoothly. It was great. What's everybody up to? The only thing I need to do is bring up the live on my preview monitor here. What's up? How's everybody doing? What is everybody up to? Cheers. We got some coffee this morning. Had to make a rush trip to the store because I ran out of half and half. Can't have coffee without half and half. What is going on, everybody? Let me bring up this live here so that I can kind of see what's happening. Monitor everything. Let's see. Brian's here. Brian says, gonna miss it. Gotta work. Ah, darn, Brian. I'm sorry. You're gonna miss it. Mike Johnson's here. Mike says, here to see the progress on the video production. He says, morning, everyone. Mike, I'm trying. Hopefully everything will be smoother than yesterday. Made a few more tweaks and adjustments to the computer from last week. So I hope things run smoother. Sorry, I'm just going to bring this preview up here, if I can find it, so that I can see what's going on. Does it say we're live? It doesn't say we're live anywhere. Why? Well, there we go, live right now. Okay, good. There it is. All right. We'll bring that up. We'll put this here on my little preview mount thingy. And yes, there we go. Okay. With that out of the way, that one is streaming right from using the cell phone signal. So it's not using the Wi-Fi. It's not using the internet. It's pulling it right from YouTube. So that is showing exactly what all of you are seeing. So that way I can kind of keep tabs on things. So if I see that like freezing up, then I kind of know that we got something going on. But anyway, fingers crossed. I'm showing 0 dropped frames. CPU usage is very low, which oddly low, actually. I don't know why. Oh, hey, hold on. We got a problem. I'm surprised you guys could hear me. So now it's going to get loud. So if you've turned up your computer, I'm going to turn it back down. I forgot to put this on. There. I want to talk quietly so you can adjust your volume just a little bit. There we go. All right. Anyway, so we're back to it. Let's see. Robert's here. Robert says, howdy, Dastardly Dave. Says, sup all? What's up, Dave? Good morning. Mike says, still using the GoPro, I see. Yes, I am for right now. I'm trying to not throw too many, what's the word? I can't juggle, right? So I don't want to juggle a whole bunch of balls at the same time. So I'm trying to get some of the kinks worked out software-wise and process-wise before I go and change the camera. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's in my brain. That's kind of how I want to approach this. I've got my regular camera that I do most of the filming with. That's the one I'll use. I already have a capture card and everything. I've got it all set up here to work with OBS, and it works great. But I'm trying to just get some of these settings fine-tuned a little bit before I start changing 20 things at once. Time Surfing, what's going on? Time Surfing says, looks as if you're in your right mind today. You're not. It's not backwards. No, it's not backwards. You can read that. Time Surfing says, production looking good this morning. Nice. Yes. And thank you for that feedback. I appreciate that, because one of the settings I changed, I was afraid was going to drop the quality of the video a little bit, because I'm trying to make the stream size as small as possible, but still keep the quality, because this laptop, it's not super high end or anything. So I think it needs it needs the smallest stream possible is basically what I'm saying. And my internet is not great either. So I don't have a whole lot of room to to send a big high quality stream, which is unfortunate. So I keep tweaking. Robert says, howdy, Jeff. Hope you and your family are staying safe and healthy. Thank you, Robert. Funny story about that. So we had the live last week, and I was getting ready to work on the pressure washer, which you'll see is not here. We've got a whole nother pile of stuff which we'll get to here shortly anyway. But I got the pressure washer all done. It's actually working. It's up and running again. So that was a good thing. But late Thursday, my daughter started feeling a little under the weather and ended up actually missing school on Friday, which was unfortunate. Crazy fever and all kinds of stuff. Well, Saturday morning, I started feeling under the weather. Ugh. Which is the worst. And then, so I was sick Saturday, Sunday. Thankfully, my daughter was feeling better by the end of Saturday. And we've had this cold sickness thing going around our house for several days. And this week is definitely, we're all on the mend. I think my worst day was Sunday into Monday, and then I started feeling better. So, but yeah, that's what we've been dealing with around here, which is kind of a drag. No one likes to be sick, but it's the worst, especially like me. I can't just lay around. I don't know why that is. I've got to be really sick to just lay on the couch and nap, and I did that. I could be feeling like a zombie, and I'm out wandering around in zombie land, basically just because I can't sit around anymore. So, yeah, it was a few days of that. It wasn't great, but thankfully everyone's feeling better. I can tell it's still not quite 100%, but I'm pretty close. Yeah, my daughter seems okay. She did stay home from school again yesterday, and she slept most of the day, which I can always tell when she's not feeling well. So, because she'll nap. So she kind of went up and kind of got sick again. And she's kind of been doing this number, which is a drag. Anyway, we're alive. We're alive and doing well. So Robert, yes, we are trying our best to stay safe and healthy. And I hope all of you are the same. I keep hearing there's a lot of stuff going around, colds and stuff like that, but it definitely hit us here. Robert says, so far, so good. And Dallo's here. Dallo, what's going on? Dallo says, cam changed. Yes. I finally got fed up with some of the intricacies of just streaming from the phone. The mirrored view and all that was making me crazy. So we went from a very simple setup to now a not quite so simple setup, but overall better. So anyway, how are you doing? Sam's here. Sam says, hello, Jeff and everyone. Sam, what's going on? What is going on? Sam says, got myself a solar power station. It's got 3 230 outlets. Wow. And other connections. Nice. Time Surfing says, frame rate looks to be catching up at times. What do you mean? Does it look like it's lagging? Something's lagging in there? Something's skipping? I'm not quite sure what. Oh, I lost the chat. Where's the chat? Oh boy, now I've done it. Okay, so anyway, yeah, let me know what that means, and if you know what I might change. I'm looking at the stats in OBS, and it says I've got 5 dropped frames or missed frames, not dropped frames. It shows 0 dropped frames, but missed frames. Not sure what that means. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Rick's here. Rick says, hey, Jeff, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Rick, what's going on? Welcome. How are you doing? Right on. Robert says, having difficulty with my TV yesterday. Video kept freezing with the audio still going fine. Called tech support from my provider, and they were not able to fix the issue. Well, that's a drag. That's the worst. Let me call tech support. Nope, sorry, can't help you. Sounds like the same tech support people that I got when I first started having issues with my GoPro. I'm having trouble with it. Nope, sorry, buy a new one. Basically what they did. Dang, GoPro. Sam says hot lemon and honey drinks. They make you feel better quicker. Sam, I agree with you. I just can't. I can't. Like tea. My daughter loves hot tea with honey, especially when she's feeling under the weather. I mean, she likes it normally, but she doesn't drink it quite as much except for until she is feeling under the weather. So that was, I've made a lot of giant cups of hot tea with honey for her over the last 3 or 4 days. Time Servant says like it skips over some frames. Okay, so that might be frames. Oh, it does say skipped frames. Oh, that might be it. It says skipped frames 6. Oh, it keeps doing it. Yeah. So let me make one change here. One of these days, we'll get these settings all fine-tuned to where I don't have to mess with it while we're live. We're just going to drop that bitrate just a little in hopes that we can stop seeing those dropped frames. I'm going to reset that counter. And my apologies, everyone. But I still feel like we're working through some issues here. I can test this stuff all day long. But it seems like, and I've had this, I ran it for several hours and I saw like 0, dropped anything. But until we actually are live, I don't know why. It seems to make a difference. Let's see. We're coming back. Robert says, I switched to trying to watch TV from my computer. It was freezing on the computer as well until I set the buttons on scroll bar, and it stayed stable that. Interesting. That's weird. I wonder what that's all about. Sam says that time surf and try refreshing the page. Yes, sometimes it can, but I'm seeing, I've got the stats up on the stream here, Sam, and I'm trying to watch this. I need another monitor now. I got so many screens and stuff going on. And it'd be kind of hard to do out here. But I think we got it under control for now. Sam says, this is where Jeff crashes the entire internet. I mean, didn't they make a movie about that or something? What the heck's everybody working on? I mentioned I got the pressure washer done. I got the pump replaced. We got the oil change, basically serviced the entire thing. I got the video edited. I got the video uploaded. I just got to schedule it. I'll probably schedule that as soon as we're done here. And then I'm going to get to working on this mess that you see over here. So the pressure washer is working well. That ended up sort of being, well, I got it all working and then realized there's more problems that I'm not going to worry about tackling in the video. Ended up having to get a new pressure hose because I don't know, that thing was just fighting me. It seemed like one problem after another. So, but anyway, it's back up and running. Hopefully this time it stays that way. And yeah, glad to have that back in working condition. And you can see I'm working on cables. So I mentioned a while back I wanted to make some of my own cables. I just put these guys together yesterday, or this one, a couple of them here. I've got, this is just a regular instrument cable. These are, you ever used these Neutrik NP2X connectors? Man, these almost might be my favorite. I bought a bunch of these. Well, no, I take that back. I bought a bunch of these other ones, but I only bought a pair to try them out. And these are great. These are great. I bought a bunch of these. I'm going to be making some cables. Probably we'll do a video on this, making up a custom instrument cable. But these ones are cool. So I think this one's going to go with the bass guitar when I get it donated to the school, because he said they need cables. So I think this will go with that. I'm now experimenting making a couple little patch cables. And have you guys ever made your own cable where you put like the fabric cable wrap on it? I don't think I have the right stuff because it's not quite the same. It's like a loom, but I'm trying to wrap my cables because I like the look of that cloth stuff, but this doesn't quite feel the same. It looks pretty cool, but I don't know. Just experiment with some stuff right now, and once I get through it, then I'll be using these connectors and just making a bunch of just kind of regular cables. So that's gonna be what I'm working on next. I got a roll of Mogami wire here. That's gonna be making everything out and making all the cables out of, cutting it down, and yeah, just a little soldering electronics setup right now. Let's see. Time Serpent says, could be worse. Scar My Guitar got hacked and got deleted. The entire channel. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's terrible. Wow. Yeah, I've heard of several people having stuff like that happen to them. Several YouTubers in this space. Yeah, it's the worst. And I think a lot of it, I think the one that comes to mind was Matthias Wandel. If you guys are familiar with Matthias's channel, I think a while back he had that happen. Thankfully, he was able to get everything recovered. But I believe what had happened was he'd gotten an email from a seemingly innocent-looking source, like like kind of a sponsored type of thing, from some name brand that he was familiar with, and he had replied to it, and it turns out there was some sort of a scam thing. So ever since I saw that video where he was talking about that, I get emails like that as well, and you'll get emails from companies that you absolutely are familiar with, and you're like, wow, why is this company emailing me? Like, they really want to work with my little channel here, and then you start looking at the email addresses that it comes from, and it has nothing to do with the actual company. So most of the time I delete them. Like, sorry, Nike, I'm not working with you. Or I don't know. I've gotten quite a few from big companies. I'm like, how do they even know who I am? And it's because it's not them. I don't know if that's what happened with Scar My Guitar, but that's what I know. That's what happened to Matthias. He had actually responded to one because it looked legit. Yeah, it's the worst. Like, people just can't leave well enough alone. Someone's always got to try to hack somebody. It's the worst. Robert says, when I say rest the button on the scroll wheel, I just went backwards with the button on the scroll. Oh, I got you. Just backed it up, and then it didn't buffer. Yeah, that's a good way too. Corey's here. Corey says every so many years you should replace the high pressure hose to the nozzle because inside that hose it can collapse. Well, yeah, I'm finding that out. So this pressure washer, I think I talked about it a little bit last week. I got it for free because the person was getting rid of it. They were having trouble with it running and all that. Well, it turns out the carb was all gummed up and it was full of water. Well, it was nothing to get it running, but ever since I've had it, I've had some sort of issue or another with the pump. So I ended up just replacing the pump in its entirety, unbolt the old one, bolt on a brand new one, and that solved that problems. So I get the thing running in the video. You'll see it in the video. You got to watch it all the way to the end, and you'll see when I'm test running it, the water spurting out of the pressure line, and I didn't notice it there at the moment when I'm actually running it. But yeah, after looking at it, I found a spot where it was kind of collapsed, and I'm guessing that's kind of like caused it to back up and blow a hole in it. So I got a new one on the way. Should be here. I don't know if it's going to be here this weekend, I think. But yeah, it's definitely old. I don't think it was taken care of great before I got it, but it does run really well, and now it's got a brand new pump on there, and it should last a long time. But it's it's kind of one of the hidden costs, right, of getting a free piece of equipment. It sounds cool. Yeah, I got this thing for free. Yeah, but it doesn't work, and it's broken, and you gotta, you have to do, now I've put, I've put a bit of money into this thing now, that, you know, I probably could have just not quite bought a new one. I'm still well under the cost of a new one by a fair bit, probably half the cost of a new one for my free pressure washer. But I don't know, it's just kind of fun to take something like that and make it working again, get it working again. But yeah, the hose is in need of replacement, waiting on the new one to come in. Sam, maybe try making a laser guitar to see if you can. It might sound awesome. So it's gonna be made out of a laser, or it has a laser in it. Time Server says, good tip, Robert. Yeah. So what Robert was saying is he just backed up the play wheel, the little play tab timeline thing a little bit, and it kind of works. Mike says, my email is set up to transfer all emails to trash and a dumpster dive to move stuff into the inbox. I never click on links. That's not a bad idea. It moves it all there. Then you're like, oh, sweet, I have no emails. That's not a bad idea. I'd rather go to an empty inbox and have to fish through it than trying to empty out my regular inbox. Sam says you can buy the laser guitar pickups online. Laser pickups? Interesting. I'll have to look that up. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what those are exactly. But anyway, I wanted to mention these. Have you guys ever heard of, if you work on cables, build cables, make cables, you ever heard of this brand, Reen? It's my understanding that it is a sub brand of, dang, is it Switchcraft or Neutrik or something? I can't remember now, but they're not quite as expensive connectors as the Neutrik ones, and they're actually really nice. This is really nice pancake style, and I'm really happy with these so far. Now I haven't, put these into use like on stage or anything like that, but they've so far they work really good. I'm going to be making several of these little cables, but yeah, these Reen, I'm pretty happy with them. Not sponsored or anything, of course, but I wanted to try them out because if you buy a lot of these in quantity, it can still get pricey, even though they're not all that expensive. I think the price on these was very, very reasonable, and I'm really so far happy with them. Like, this little cable's turned out pretty good. I'm gonna do a few more like this, so I at least have some that match. But this sleeving that I'm using, I just don't think it's the right stuff. I think this is made for, I don't know, some other use. So, but what I would like to know from all of you is, do you have a source for like the fabric sleeving? I thought that's what this was, and it is in fact cable sleeving. It's not quite what I was expecting. I don't know. I'd like to hear from all of you if you've ever done any work with cables like that, where you're wrapping them with a sleeving or something like that. I think they look so cool. I tried to put the sleeving on this long. This is a 20-foot cable, and it was a nightmare, and ended up taking it off and just going plain like this. But I want to do that. I mentioned in an earlier video, or actual YouTube video, that I want to do my own branded cables, right? My intention was to get some heat shrink stuff custom printed with Haley guitars on it, so that those could be on there with a cool cable wrap. And I was hoping to have that done for the guitar show, but there's a couple things that I ordered from one vendor that I haven't got yet, and it's been months. It's on back order. I'm going to actually have to go in and cancel that back order, I think, because I think it's more of this style. It's just not what I want. So I'm trying to find a good fabric cable sleeving, because I want to do some of that. And I think my custom cables are going to be delayed. I'm still making cables because I still need cables, and it's going to be a fun little project. It's kind of fun just sitting here. It's a little bit calming. I don't know about you guys, just sitting here, soldering cables together, making the connections, trimming the wires. There's just something about it that I sort of enjoy doing. But that's what's on the workbench right now. But I need some feedback if you guys have any. I'd love to hear sources, suppliers, and stuff like that of where maybe, where you might get stuff like that. Let's see. Sam. Sam says you can silicone cable sleeving can be good in certain circumstances. It might not be great in cold temperatures. Yeah, I don't know. Seems though silicone would be good actually in cold temperatures. I don't know. I have to look at that. But I really don't think this is what I was looking for. This is not really a fabric. It feels more of a plastic. It feels like the stuff if you've ever bought, let's see, like a computer power supply, like some of the maybe higher tier power supplies, all the cables come with this plasticky kind of wrap on there. That's what I think this is. This is not a fabric stuff. I like the cloth fabric wrap. But anyway, I don't know. Just my 2 cents on that. I do enjoy making cables, though. There's something kind of relaxing and fun about that. I almost unplugged the microphone. Yeah, it is kind of neat. Oh, another thing that's cool. Have you guys ever used a cable tester like this? This cable tester is awesome. There's like a bazillion different functions on it. Bazillion. That's an actual word. Number. Not really, but this one is made by Mackie. If you're familiar with audio equipment, Mackie, they do mixers and stuff like that. This is made by Mackie. It's got a ton of different connections on here. You can do speak on and XLR and RCA, MIDI cables, 1/4 inch. You got 1/8 inch up here. And then also it has these leads, which actually are almost like a multi-tester. No, it's not working. Why is that not working? Oh. So, ton of functions. But what's cool is, like when I solder these up, I can plug these in. I'm trying to show you this here, but I'm all twisted. And it gives you light. So let's see, the 1, it's testing the sleeve. 2, it's testing the tip. And 3, it's testing, well, it's the ring. This is not a TRS plug. That's probably why. But it's kind of cool. You can check all these individually. Or if you prefer the multi-tester kind of way, you can. It's hard to do. You can just use it like you would a regular multi-tester, but it tells you if your cables are good. So when I get everything soldered up, I run it through the tester, check everything, just like I would with a multimeter. And then this is a cool thing because it just stays in your little gig pack, and just a handy thing to have around. But this is like the coolest one. I've used a couple other ones of these in the past. This is the coolest one I think I've used so far. The only thing that's weird is the battery door doesn't stay closed. It's the only thing that's kind of strange about it. So I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it wasn't snapped into place. Hey, look at that! I learned something new. Let's see. Coming back. Sam says silicone door seals in the cold can crack whilst being flexed, and a similar reaction with silicone sleeving since the cables are flexed in all directions. Yeah, well, maybe so. I don't know. Harry Dude's here. Oh, I read ahead on your comment there. Harry Dude says, what's up? You started early. My time. Daylight savings change in your area. Harry Dude, yes, you're right. And you know what? Last week, I would have mentioned it. But, honestly, I thought it was another week or 2 away. Yes, you're absolutely right. I never even thought about that. Or I would have even tried to post it a little earlier. Yeah, we did have daylight savings. So I was totally unaware. Now, I mentioned earlier on that we've had a little bit of a cold and sickness coming through our house. And on Saturday, I was feeling like crap. And it wasn't until later in the evening when Mrs. Homebuilt said, "Hey, we got to change the clocks." And I'm like, half zombied out. I'm like, what? What do you mean? That's tonight? Tonight? Yeah, that's tonight. I was like, oh, all right, cool. I had no clue that it was daylight savings. I thought it was next week or maybe even the following week. So one of my favorite days is daylight savings. And yeah, we did have daylight savings. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't mention that ahead of time. And to remind anybody, that was totally my fault. Slacking. I'm a terrible host. But anyway, hey dude, what's going on? I was just talking about cables. I know you've made a bunch of cables. So let me pick your brain. I'm trying to make, I want to do the fabric wrapped cables, where you can get all the cool sleeving and make them look cool. The stuff that I bought, while it works like this, it looks kind of neat. It is not fabric. It is some sort of plastic. So I'm afraid that I've not gotten the right stuff. So have you found any particular fabric wrap, or do you even bother with a fabric wrap? I like it because you can really customize stuff. And like I'd mentioned before, I wanted to do some custom Haley Guitars cables, but this is not the right stuff. I'm gonna make a few of these because I do think that looks kind of neat. But yeah, it's not quite the right product yet. So right now, the custom Haley Guitars cables are sort of on the back burner. But anyway, yeah, these are, I think you mentioned them too, Harry dude, the Reen plugs. I love these little pancake guys. These things are cool. That's what I'm working on, making some cables. Tony's here. Tony says, "Morning, sunshine." Good morning, Tony. Robert says, hovering the mouse cursor over the name in front of an email, it will show the sender. Yes, it really is. Yes, that's what I do now. When I get one that looks suspiciously too good to be true, I check the sender, and it's usually something weird, and delete. Robert says, the only cable tester I have used to test RJ45 internet cables. Corey says, the only I know of is for hydraulic housing where they have a hard plastic protective sleeve, or the cable mesh sleeve for hydraulic hoses. Yes, I know what you mean. And I honestly think this is very similar. It's just not the fabric stuff. Here it says, best cable tester I have used is the Behringer one. I have used that one as well. And yes, it works really good. This one I was excited to try. This is a Mackie, made by Mackie. The little logo there. And so far I really like it. I like the fact that you have, the leads here, sort of like a multimeter, and all the cable connections. And I've really been liking it. The worst thing is like the light is so bright. I know it's not, you can't tell there, but man, is it bright. It hurts your eyes. Let's see. Sam says, don't test cables with the tongue. It's not the same as a 9-volt battery. Higher voltage gives you a buzz and a new hairstyle. Yeah, I don't need a new hairstyle. Here he says, I don't bother with fabric wrap. When I label a cable, I do it with stickers and clear heat shrink. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just like to be able to do, well, let me back up just a little bit. From my own in-use cables, like the stuff that I use, I don't have any that are wrapped. I just want a cable that works. And that is what this guy is right here. This is one I just put together yesterday. These are the Neutrik, what is that? NP2X plugs. And actually, I think these are probably my favorites. These are great. I really like these. The way they go together, they got built-in strain relief and all of that. And honestly, that'd be great. The only thing I think I would do is get custom printed heat shrink wrap that says Haley Guitars, and I would be totally okay rolling with that as my cable. And maybe that's what I'll do, because I really like these. Yeah, but the main reason, that's where I was going with this, the main reason I wanted to do the wrap is just to be able to customize. And to me, it gives a little, I don't know, maybe more of a premium feel. I know it doesn't really do anything for the cable, but you know, if I'm going to try to make my own cables, I want to try to do what I can to give it that premium feel. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's kind of what I get out of it. Even this does feel nice. It's just not cloth. It's not the fabric. It's not exactly what I was looking for. But so I don't know. But the more I mess with it, the more I like this plug. And I think trying to do a fabric wrap would be tricky. I would just do a heat shrink with Haley Guitars on there and call it good. And that might be the route that I go, because fabric wrap adds to the cost of the cable. And I found out yesterday that at least this particular product is a pain in the butt to install, especially on a longer cable. This wasn't too bad. I tried to do it on that 20-foot cable. That wasn't great. Because this stuff is like, it's like those, you know, those little finger trap toy thingies? That's what this is. Right? So you squish it down, and then you like work the cable in there, and then you have to like inch it along. And it takes forever. I even got a pencil stuck in there. I was trying to bunch it up on the pencil so that I could put a big section of it over the wire. Somehow the pencil the wrap got away from me, and now the pencil's stuck in there and I can't get it out. So I'm leaving it. Let's see. Robert says, I had to give up my watch because the buttons used to reset the time on my watch do not work anymore. It would not allow me to reset the time on my watch. Well, that's a drag. Time for a new watch. I noticed this morning that when we got in the car, the time was off this morning. But I know the other day I set that. In fact, I was taking the kiddo to school and I set it. And she's like, well, why is the time off? I'm like, I don't know. You watched me set it the other day. She's like, I know. So it went back to the old time. I don't know why. Harry Dude says, I like the Behringer one because it shows everything on a grid. No turning a dial for different connections. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's been a while since I've used that one. Time Certain says, better to damage the sleeve than it is a cable. That is true. That is true. It is an extra layer of protection. Sam says, maybe get a small green screen. You can project videos or content on during live streams, such as videos of events you have been to or images of products. I could do that. Oh, yeah, I could do that too. Green screen and have it playing in the background. We could also add a screen now. I could, you know, put a, let's see if I can do this. I could put it up, you know, like up here in a window and have something playing if we needed to. Jimmer's here. What's going on, Jimmer? Jimmer says, long-time listener, first-time poster. Wah, wah. I don't buy that. What's going on, man? How are you doing? Robert says you might check out the automotive suppliers as they may have some cloth loom cable wrap. Yeah, you know, I've found you can find it online. I've seen it on there, but for some reason, this is the company that I came across. I don't know, Flexo Pet. They have tons and tons of things. I just don't think it's. I don't know. They've got great stuff. Like this seems like perfectly good quality stuff. I don't have a problem with this particular product. It's just not what I was looking for. They've got tons of different colors, designs, all that. It seems to be a little harder to find than I thought, unless I'm just looking in the completely wrong space. But again, I may abandon the cable wrap idea and just go with the plain, a plain cable with a custom shrink wrap, custom printed shrink wrap end, a little section here. What is that? 2-3 inches long. Call it good. That might be the route that I take, because that would make it not only easier, because I don't have to mess with the fabric, but probably keep the cost down some too, because it's less products I have to go into making a cable. And in my experience, I've played a lot of shows with cables that weren't wrapped in fabric or any sort of loom, and they still got me through. So I don't believe you need the cable wrap. It does feel nice though. Francisco's here. Francisco says, "Hey Jeff, how you doing?" Good, Francisco. Welcome. How are you doing? And what are you working on today? Any sort of projects? Jimmer, what are you working on too? I want to know what's on the lift. I would say what's on the workbench, but what's on your lift today? Sam says, "Jeff's the new cable guy." Yeah, I am for a couple days, Sam. I got to make some cables. I've got the bass guitar done. I got it. It's been sitting here ready to go. Already got. I've been in contact with the band director at the school. I keep forgetting there's a mic there. Sorry if I just bumped it. They're going to take the bass, but I need to get some cables made because I want to donate at least a cable or two along with the bass. And I need some cables, so yeah, I got to be the cable guy for a little bit, and then we're going to get this bass guitar donated, and I'm excited. I heard it says Teflon wrap for spark plug leads from an aftermarket auto parts shop. Maybe you could. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. That's a good idea. Yeah, Teflon might be kind of cool. I wonder if you can get Teflon shrink. No, there's no way you could get a Teflon shrink wrap, right? Because Teflon doesn't shrink wrap. That'd be interesting. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways, right? If I'm going to make my own cables, it's not hard to make a cable, especially this one. This one, these NP2X ends are really easy. They screw together. These other ones are easy as well, and that's what I'm going to be making the majority of them out of. But I don't know. I like the feel of these. We're talking about, kind of a premium feel. I think these have a premium feel, and yeah, it was just I think that would work really well. And what was I even saying? I don't even know. Something about making cables. It's not hard. I'm just trying to think of other things to kind of make it nicer, fancier, or more durable. And some sort of a wrap I thought would be a good way. But it is hard to install. It really is. It is not easy. So, and if it takes longer to install, guess what that means? More time invested, which means more cost. Keep the cost down, but still have a premium cable. That's what I want to do. And I think that you might do that by getting rid of the fabric wrap, the more I think about it. Sam says, "Ever thought about making a guitar mailbox?" I've thought about making several different mailboxes. Jimmer says, "New camera setup?" BMW junk today. I'm using the GoPro right now. Yes, so a little bit different. I've used it the last couple of weeks. I don't. Maybe you haven't been on for that one. Yes, I'm trying a different setup. I was using my phone for the longest time and just wasn't happy with some of the changes, and I couldn't, there's certain things that I couldn't fix. So now we're using a different setup, streaming from the laptop, using the camera connected to the laptop. And so far, other than some technical difficulties, some headaches here and there, for the most part, it's been doing pretty good. So coming back to the stats, I'm looking at the stats for those of you that are keeping track. It's still showing skipped frames. So I might have to drop that just a little bit. A little bit more. I'm not going to yet. We're going to see. It doesn't show. It shows a big old 0 dropped frames, which is awesome, but it shows skipped frames. So anyway, here it says, "For some companies I make cables for, I would like a piece of unshrunk clear heat shrink so they can put their own label on it." Oh, and shrink it. Maybe your label on one end, unshrunk on the other. So they put their own label under the heat shrink and then whoosh. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a good idea. But what I'm trying to do though is I'm trying to build on the Haley Guitars brand. So I'm trying to make my own branded cables. You know, you buy one from, I don't know, Fender, right? And you buy a Fender cable and it'll have the little heat shrink, you know, with their brand on there. That's kind of my thought is I want to build my own branded cable, so I could throw one in when you sell a guitar, or when you if somebody wanted to buy one from you, or that sort of thing. So I don't know. I like that idea though, because then someone else can put their brand on there. But I don't want it to compete with my brand. Not that it would, but I don't know. I like that though. Let's see. Jimmer says, last week was sketchy. Seems okay today. Yeah, last week was really sketchy. Yeah, you were on it last week. So yeah, it's the same setup. Same setup as last week. Jim says, some max headroom moves. Yeah. But nothing has dropped. Yeah, I'm showing 18 frames missed due to rendering and encoding lag. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to get that to go down. Drop the... maybe I dropped the bitrate a little more. Not sure. CPU usage on the PC is literally 5%. It's like it's not maxing anything out, so I don't know what's going on. Why I'm getting dropped stuff. CPU is now at 11%. Memory's at, I'm only using 32% of the memory, and the GPU is 44%. So to me, it doesn't look like it's even maxing out resources on the computer. I don't know why I'm still getting dropped stuff. It's just, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. To me, it should be working fine. Unless I was seeing something completely dropped out, and there's nothing. So I don't know what's going on. Hairdude says laser etch the connector. Ooh, that would be cool. Yeah. I gotta think about that. Is that a seam? Looks like a seam right there. I'm thinking about, I'm brainstorming this live. That's a seam. That's a seam. I don't know if I'd be able to do it right on the seam. So the Neutrik logo is right here. Right on the side, there's a line. I don't know if you can see it. That's on a seam. And then on the back, they got their little logo thingy there. So maybe not these connectors. These are Switchcraft connectors. And of course they say, what does that say? I don't know. I can't read that, but that has writing all across the middle. I think that would be tricky. I like that idea though. I wonder if I could find a blank one. See, what I think you might run into though is when you use these kind of connectors. I really like these. I really do. They're more expensive than the regular Switchcraft. These are the number 28. Oh, hang on. These are the Switchcraft 280s, which are pretty standard. You get these on a lot of cables. I don't know how many cables I've had that use these, but there's something different about these, and these feel really, really cool. I think I might go with those for my cables, with just a custom shrink wrap thing. We'll just forget the darn fabric wrap. Time Surfer says every once in a while you do have a max headroom effect going on. I'm gonna try to drop this setting just a little bit more, just to see. We're gonna lower the bit rate just a little. Little bit at a time. And hopefully that'll help. Let me know if you keep seeing it. Sam asks, can you use coiled guitar cables? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. I personally can't stand them, but if you like them, and that's fine. Yeah, you absolutely can. There's something about them that just make me nuts. Mike says, hey, your video's fine for me. No drops. Mike, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm still trying to fine tune. I'm trying to find that sweet spot. And I honestly think we're pretty close right now to having things pretty well working for the OBS. Now, I'm going to end up getting into doing, I don't know, overlays and maybe we'll have a guest, figure out how to bring Jimmer on here or something. And but for now, we're fine tuning. Sam says, oh no, Jeff's broken YouTube. No, yeah. Robert says, have you cleared the cache lately? Yes, I have. I've tried to clear everything before I started. Here it says, Haley on top, guitars on the bottom. Oh, I see what you mean. I was thinking logo, and the logo, it would be if I just put it in a text, in a font. Yeah, I could do that. I'm thinking logo though. That's what I was thinking. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would work. You could totally do that. Totally do that. Sam says, I'm having a throw around. Mike says, okay, when you bent down, pick up the bag, I saw it. And again, it happened. Oh, the jittery thing? Huh. Yeah, I'm still showing 3, since I changed the setting, 3 skipped frames. Mike says, maybe you embrace the video. I'm just going to hold it steady. I'm going to hold on to it. Hang on, everyone. Just keeping it steady. Just keeping it steady here. So I think with all this talk of cables, basically what I'm trying to do is I want to make my own cables with the Haley Guitars brand on them, but I want to do it without making it super expensive. But I also want to use premium parts, right? Parts that are good quality parts. Like, I believe that these Neutrik plugs are super good quality. This is Mogami cable. Mogami's great quality cable. And honestly, once I put this together, I feel like that would be totally fine. I don't even think it needs a wrap now that it's together. I trust these Switchcraft plugs, right? So I'm going to be working on putting together some of these with the Mogami cable today. That's actually probably what I'm going to do in the video. I just want to have good parts put together into a good cable. I want to keep the cost lower. There's people making cables similar to this, but maybe with a straight plug, not a patch cable, but they're doing fabric wrap and all that stuff, and they're charging a ton of money for them. And that's not a cable. Like, yes, the cables look awesome, they feel great, and I believe that they are probably worth that cost. The more I think about it, the more I think that I don't want mine to cost that much. I'd still want to have a good cable, like I said, with good parts, but maybe it doesn't need a fabric wrap. You guys, does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? I want it to be as good or possibly better than most of the cables that I currently own. And I just don't think maybe a fabric wrap is necessary now that I think more about it. I'm getting deeper in my head and sharing that with you. I don't know if that makes any sense, but Just kind of where my thought process is going. Let's see. Time Servant says, avoid quick movements. Okay, I will move slowly. I heard it says, not the first live stream I've seen today with streaming issues. YouTube issue. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't want to hear that. I heard it says they may be charging a ton for them, but are people buying them? That's where I was going, sort of, Harry dude. It's that's not the cables that I buy. I don't buy them. And I love me a good quality cable, because I know what happens when a bad quality cable, when you rely heavily on a bad quality cable. I've been there. It sucks. But I don't think I'm going to spend that kind of money on some of these other boutique cables. That's just not where I want to go. Basically, here we go. I want to have boutique quality cables at not a boutique price. Hey, there's some sort of tagline in there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But remember the Monster cables? I don't know whatever happened to them. The Monster cables were, I don't know, $60 or whatever they were a piece, $50, $60 a piece way back when. And they were lifetime warranty. I would buy those at that price because I warrantied a lot of them. And then as soon as they stopped doing that lifetime warranty, I quit buying them. I just wouldn't spend that kind of money on a cable that didn't have a lifetime warranty. But yeah, there's a tagline in there: boutique quality at not boutique prices. I don't know how you'd say that, but Time Servant says, definitely do some cable construction videos. Proper soldering techniques would be an awesome series. I'm gonna do a video on making up a cable. Probably, I don't know. Probably only need to make one cable, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about some of that stuff. I am not an expert solderer. I do know how to solder. I know, you tin the ends and you apply the heat, all that stuff. I'm gonna do a video on that, and hopefully there'll be some helpful stuff in there. But I wouldn't call myself a soldering pro by any means. Of course, I don't call myself a pro at absolutely anything. But it's just part of my process. The only thing I'm lacking in order for making my cables is the heat shrink, custom printed heat shrink. But yeah, I think since we've been on here and I've been able to sort of voice some of my ideas out loud, I've changed my mind on the wrap. I'm not gonna do the wrap anymore. Cable wrap. It looks neat. It feels cool. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I want to probably do a few of these patch cables because that's kind of cool. It looks kind of neat. But yeah, I've changed my mind. Initially, I wanted to do it. Now I don't think I do. It's an extra step, extra cost. Again, boutique quality without the boutique prices. We're making a tagline. See, it gets better every time I say it. Jimmer says, nobody wants to see my face on here. Sure they do. They'd love to meet the face behind the name. Sam says 7 Celsius in the UK. What's that? Around 40-ish? We've been beautiful around here. We've been in the low 60s Fahrenheit. It's supposed to be like that all week until like Friday. Friday we've got some sort of winter storm coming in, supposedly, with a potential for like blizzard or something on Saturday. I don't know what we're going to get. Sam says, don't forget to jot down on paper about the laser guitar pickups. They look great. Yes, my paper from last week is gone. I took it inside the house. Time Surfing says, boutique quality, thrift store prices. Well, I don't know if I can go that low on the price. But I like it, yes. Robert, has everyone clicked the like button? Or click the thumbs up button? I have. Yes, everybody hit it right now. Click, 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 thumbs up. Boutique quality cables at dollar store prices. No, we can't be dollar store. Boutique quality without the boutique price. There it is. But then I actually have to get it down to where I can actually keep it at a not boutique price. But I like it though. Yes. See, that's another one of the advantages of these lives. I just get to brainstorm and voice my opinions, and then which really helps me to flush out ideas, just chatting about it. So again, I've said it before, but thank you guys for allowing me to just kind of let you know. Sam says Jeff will be shopping at the Carpenter thrift store soon. If only they sort of, it's not a Carpenter thrift store. We have a store here. Actually, it's probably nationwide. It's called the Restore. I know it's probably just a U.S. thing, but it's basically run by Habitat for Humanity, I think. And it's where, like a construction company or something will finish up a project, and maybe they've got leftover, I don't know, a couple leftover windows and some leftover 2x4s. Well, these things all get donated to this Restore, and then they sell them actually quite cheap. Maybe a contractor will come in for a remodel and they'll tear out a kitchen, someone's kitchen, cabinets and sinks and all that. That stuff will get donated to this Restore, and then they sell it and help support Habitat for Humanity. But they have a lot of really good stuff from time to time. It's not always good stuff, but if you visit there regularly, which I haven't been there in forever, so I'm definitely not a regular. But if there's something you're looking for, and you have a place like that around where they like recycle sort of construction stuff, it can be a good place to find different supplies and things. Harrier says Lamborghini cable at Toyota prices. Yeah, this is the Ferrari of a cable, and it costs you at the cost of a Volkswagen. Robert says got up to the mid 80s yesterday. Whoa, we haven't been that far. I don't even think we've hit 70 yet. But it was pretty close. Monday, I think, was the warmest. Jimmer says been on here before. I think your ratings went down. Oh, the video did freeze. Why? Bear with me, guys. Let me see what's going on. I don't know what's going on. That's very strange. Hopefully audio is still good. But here's the weird part, right? Are we still there? Everybody, you guys still with me? Still with me, I hope. The camera's not froze. Oh. It is froze here. Why? I hope. Why is it froze? The video on here is frozen. My preview video is frozen. Why is that? Do we still have audio? Okay, audio is good. So I'm still here, guys. I haven't gone anywhere. Bear with me for a moment here as I try to figure this out. So that was me. That just turned the screen off. Why did I lose? The GoPro's working. It's going into the laptop. The preview in OBS is not working. Interesting. I don't know what to do there. Okay, I'm gonna try. This is weird. I'm showing 0 dropped frames, but some reason it is frozen from the GoPro. Big surprise. I'm not surprised. I'm gonna unplug the GoPro from the laptop. This is now it's an audiobook. We're listening to an audiobook. So I'm gonna unplug the GoPro from the laptop. I don't know what that's gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna ruin the stream. I don't think so, because we're still streaming. I'm gonna try it. Here we go. So I've unplugged it, and it changed nothing. Plugging it back in. Maybe it's gonna reconnect. Oh, it's bringing up the GoPro thing. Is it gonna reconnect? Probably not. Oh, does that mean it's gonna switch? Oh boy. Yeah, Harry dude, he says, can you switch to another source? Yes, I tried that. Tried that. Now I'm getting a camera connection error. I'm going to go to a different plug there. And camera network error. Why do we have a camera network error? GoPro. See, I don't need this GoPro. You're giving me fits, and I don't like it. So now I got nothing. So now we got a black screen. Camera connection error. Please try to reconnect your camera using a different USB cable. No, what's that? I don't think that's it. It's working fine. I'm trying. See, we were on a roll. We were doing good, I thought. Let's see. Let's do this. What's this? GoPro. We're back to GoPro webcam. The GoPro webcam isn't doing anything. Darn it. Well, camera connection error. Why? See, this is GoPro. This is GoPro for you. At least that's what I'm blaming. Camera network. Jim says I broke it with comments. Sam, I knew Jeff would break the internet. Harry did, yeah, I tried switching sources. What's this do? Different scene. Nothing. It's just not working. Like, we plug it into a completely different USB source here. We might be out of luck here for today. Come on, webcam thingy. Oh, now I've lost the GoPro completely. Now the GoPro's not working. The GoPro not even working. Probably because that's what the GoPro does. Oh, is it coming back on? No? Turning the GoPro back on. That's not even connected. It's like, well, I think it's broken for today. And I have no way to actually switch to another camera either, which is very sort of disturbing. Like literally the GoPro. Remember last week? So we're going to do this audiobook style, which is very strange to me because it's just weird. But if you guys remember last week when I was almost missed the stream because the GoPro wouldn't connect. This is exactly what it was doing to me last week. The GoPro, I would plug it in and it would be like I never plugged anything in. And this is what it's doing now. Oh, Hairdo, yes, you're right. Hairdo asks, does it have a webcam? It does have a webcam. Let me add that as a source. And yeah, that good call, Hairdo. So I'm going to add a source. So I want to add a video capture. How do I do that? Webcam. How do I do that? I'm working on it. Working on it here. So scene, media source. No, I think it needs to be audio, browser, color source. Not display capture. Video capture device. How do we do that? Device. Let's do this. Oh man. Oh. Though this is gonna work. The color is gonna be kind of crappy, but it's gonna work. We're gonna be back in action. Oh, Look at that. Oh, that's weird. Hang on. I got to fix this here. I got to move this thing. Oh, look at that. Oh, the qualities. Look at the color. Look how bad that color is. Why does it feel so zoomed in? Anyway, let's see here. Can we fix this? Here, dude. Good call. That, yeah, I forgot about the webcam. See, now we've got another a last resort. We've got a last resort here. So let me go in here. I think we can adjust some colors and see if we can get this looking a little better somehow. I don't know how do we do that. Color correction. There we go. Oh, I don't know what this is. Saturation's way down. Maybe that's all it. Hey, that's way too much. Anyway, I'll mess with that later. But we're sort of back up in action. It's not ideal. I dropped the bit rate some more, which wasn't even the problem. I didn't realize that the GoPro had it just said, nope, not working. But yeah, see this, the dang GoPro. That's how it usually sits, like that. But anyway, oh boy, sorry about that, guys, and thank you for hanging out still through the weird audiobook times. Sam says I can Wi-Fi connect my GoPro without issues. I can Wi-Fi as well from my phone to the GoPro, but it's just not reliable for this kind of stuff. Sam says call Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. Oh. Robert says, hey, he's back. We're back. The color's awful, but maybe it's good. I don't know. No. Yeah, the color's not good at all whatsoever. But yeah, we're here. At least it looks better. I'm looking at the preview on my phone, and the color is definitely better than what I'm seeing on screen here. Which, you know what? Remember the very first day when everything was so, like the red was so vibrant? Watching it on the phone compared to what I'm seeing live, there's a big difference in color. So I can't adjust the color based on the monitor on the laptop. I have to go off of the actual live stream. Interesting. Mike says left the video. Thanks, Mike. Sam says I haven't had any GoPro issues. What are you doing differently? Sam, I don't know. Honestly, I wish I did, but I have had so many troubles of different things with this GoPro ever since I bought it. Well, I shouldn't say ever since. When I first got it, it was fine, but the batteries just went to crap right away, and even batteries that I barely used. I started having trouble even buying the new batteries. I bought the supposedly higher capacity ones. They just, every time I go to use it, they're dead. And unless I have just taken it off the charger, I can't trust it. It's so annoying. I don't know. So many times I've picked it up to use it, and it won't, the batteries are dead. It gets hot and shuts off for no reason. I don't know. I'm just not happy. I hope it's a lemon. I really do, because I see so many people using these, and my experience is just not the same. I don't know. I don't like to talk down on a particular product that, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. So I don't know what I'm doing differently. I wish I did, Sam. But anyway, hey dude, again, good call on adding the webcam, because yeah, that was the last resort. I didn't know what else to do. But now maybe you can see why why I don't use the webcam. Because the you know, the quality isn't great. But let's see what we have. I don't even know how it's set up. I never even looked. Yeah, it looks the same, I guess. I do need to probably take this back down some. I'm looking at the preview. The color's a little weird. I don't know what I've changed there. Yeah, the color's a disaster. Anyway, we're just going to leave that be. I'm going to move this back down here so that the logo thingy comes up. There we go. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you. We're going to wrap this up, I think. We'll wrap this up, and I got to get to making some cables. So, again, I want to say thank you to all of you for allowing me to just brainstorm out loud some things, you know, just some things that are kind of going through my head. A lot of times it helps to just say stuff like that out loud, and then it helps, I don't know, it just helps my brain do brain stuff. But yeah, thank you. So I've already decided, you know, kind of how I'm going to move forward with my cables. You know, we want boutique quality cables at non-boutique prices. That's the goal. I can't sell somebody a $75 cable. It'd be nice, but I won't buy a $75 cable. So there's no way I'm going to try to make and sell a $75 cable. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, I've lost the chat. Where's the chat? The chat's lost. Hang on. How did I lose that? There we go. Mike says I use a C922. Sam says GoPros can work without a battery, but on a constant power. Well, they used to anyway. Not sure about 12 and 13. I have a 10, and it's plugged in USB, and it was working fine. Even plugged in, it lasts for a long time. But as you just saw, it just decided to lose connection. I absolutely changed nothing. I'm sitting here chatting with all of you, and it just said, yeah, I'm done. It's annoying. Robert says, I've seen other YouTube videos that have had trouble with GoPro cameras as well. I have too, but a lot of the larger productions, not productions, I should say, but there's some channels that I watch that, you know, do a lot of car stuff, right? And they all seem to use GoPros, multiples of them. And I don't know, maybe they have the same issues. Sam says, thanks for the fantastic stream today. Robert says, everyone stay safe and healthy. Time Surfing says, you're back. Yeah, in a temporary, we got a webcam. Harry Dude threw out that idea, the webcam. Sam says, be safe. Harry Dude says, I like the Logitech C910 and C920. Been great for years. I think I have the 920. Is it the 920? In the house. I might just grab a USB something to put out here and use that as well. Then I don't have to worry about trying to use a GoPro or something. So then I could just hook up a whole bunch of USB webcams and we could do multicam all around the shop. I don't know, maybe something like that. Heritage says, catch you all next week. Mike Johnson says, take care. You guys, thank you again. I appreciate you through the thick and thin of the technical difficulties. But I feel like every live stream, every stream now is a step forward in one way or another. As I learn another thing, you guys help me figure out another setting, help me make adjustments, and we're moving forward. And that's a good thing. Robert says your GoPro decided to go on strike. Yeah, it did. I'm gonna have a little talk with its union negotiator. Right on, guys. Thank you so much. Have an awesome week. What video is coming up this week? Oh, pressure washer. Fixing that thing. So be on the lookout this weekend for the pressure washer. I'm going to be over here soldering away, making up some cables. And yeah, that'll be an upcoming video. So thank you, guys. Hair Dude says audio is a little out of sync with this camera. Oh, good call. Good call. I'm going to have to check that. I can go back and watch the live. So I'm going to have to adjust that. I know I had spent quite a bit of time making adjustments on the GoPro. So yeah, the settings are probably off now. But anyway, right on. Thank you. I appreciate your feedback, your help, all of that. Time Servant says we'll send you a consultation bill. Yes. Send it over. See, even this one's not backwards. Why? Phone can't even do it. Later, guys. You guys have a great week. Get on your shops, make some stuff. Oh, I keep spiking the audio there. Sorry about that. If that gets a little out of control. I just noticed that was going into the red. And you guys stay safe, stay well. Thanks for taking some time to hang out with little old me here at Home Built Workshop. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Same time, same channel. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Where's the button? I lost it. Where is the button? Oh, no. You guys, newbies. Later, everyone. Thank you. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer. Yes.